July 5th, 2015. I'm different people news, listening to Video Game News Radio with your host, Kevin Baird.
Brian Baird.
Don Anderson.
Jedi Hillis.
And Larry Mack.
Ta-da! So we have
That's
Jedi.
recording. That Larry's a recording. He's not really here. Come on.
And Larry Mack.
See?
Jedi just had a Sunday off.
I thought for a second you were about to say Jedi just had a son. I said, what?
He does.
He had a son.
Yeah. That's the other big news. Jedi.
You guys would have no idea. I haven't been on the show in like 2 years.
I always thought you were gay. Changed how I look at things. Wow.
Yeah.
He identifies as a heterosexual. But.
That's right.
Well, there's confusion.
Wouldn't that be funny, right? There's a bunch of gay people who want to fight for the right to identify as a heterosexual. Just flip it all on its head.
All right. Well, let's just get started.
All right.
We can get into whatever afterwards. The way we usually start this is we do our top 20 titles. What are we going to do? Top 12 titles of the week. We'll do the GameStop list. And these are the titles that have been selling the best on GameStop. And if it's not a game, you have to drink. Doesn't have to be alcohol. We don't promote that here. But if you want to drink alcohol,
We promote it. Shut up.
Yeah.
well, we would promote it. We would promote it if they would pay us to.
Oh yeah, we don't promote specific brands.
Right.
We just
But
we just say don't drink Red Hook beer.
we would totally promote Red Hook if they paid us.
No, I don't think we would.
Just by mentioning them, you've been promoting them.
Yeah,
It would be a lot of money.
you would feel like a sudden loaf of bread in your stomach.
I would have never known about Red Hook.
Oh, damn it, Donnie.
Anderson's got his speakers on again.
Yeah, he does. Turn it the fuck off, Donnie.
It's been like this the whole time.
Donnie, shut up.
Yeah, we got the echo.
Jedi's fault.
It is Jedi's fault, but it's your fucking speakers.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put a piece of taffy in my mouth to make it harder to read these. That's what I do. Number 12 is the $50 Xbox gift card.
That is not a game.
Not a game. Drink. Is everybody drinking this week? I know you're not, Brian.
No, I actually just realized I don't have a beverage at all.
I'm drinking.
You're gonna dry out.
I know. I'm gonna go grab something. I'll be right back.
What's the temperature in Arizona there, Jedi?
Today, it's probably less than 100 today because it's cloudy out, but it's been in like the 112s, 113s.
Do you just have like a liquid intravenously inserted into you during this time?
Carry around a colostomy bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's horrible. It's about as miserable as it sounds like. So, and I'm outside a lot more now that I'm doing sales stuff and going door to door and doing all that crap. So, yeah, it's bad.
Do you just leave your car windows down?
No.
So then how? Because I mean.
Then you guys gotta when you open the door, you gotta open both doors and stand back for a couple minutes.
Exactly.
Or at least start the car and just start going to get air moving.
Wouldn't the interior of the car just catch on fire at some point?
Melt. Just melts.
Yeah.
Well, I have
a orange crush. I'm good.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, you have one of those cardboard things that you put over the windows?
It's not cardboard, but yeah, you got those little reflectors.
The thermal.
Keep the sun out. But my car is black as it is, and I got this leather steering wheel, so if you touch it with your bare hands, it does hurt. Sometimes you just gotta turn the AC on and let it sit for a while.
Wow.
It's there's no way to describe it. Just like there's no way for you to describe to people like me what it feels like to be in really cold weather unless you experience
I can tell you.
Yeah.
Well, I know now.
No problem describing that shit.
Yeah, but you don't really know unless you're out there and you feel your nostrils freeze together. It's like when you come into Arizona, you don't know what it's like, how hot it is until you freaking burn your hand on the steering wheel.
Right. Can't touch anything.
Oh, I've been to Arizona. There's no doubt, but I mean, there's places a hell of a lot hotter than Arizona. I mean, I've been to Arkansas.
Death Valley.
Death Valley's but it's a dry heat, man. Go to Texarkana.
Oh.
That place is 2 feet away from the sun. I mean, it's
Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, it's ridiculously hot.
Yeah. I can only speak for myself, but yeah, it's still freaking hot.
All right. Number 11, Pac-Man Amiibo figure. Not a game.
game.
Or drink.
Amoeba figure?
Amiibo.
What is it? It's like a big thing of Jello.
It's a
Big
figure
blob.
that splits in half and multiplies.
It's just Pac-Man from the cartoon. He's got the feet and the arms. It's plastic. He's
Oh, I thought you
winking
meant an
at
Amiibo.
you. And you could have that, I guess, and you could click it on something, and then something happens in your games. I don't know. I know Nintendo is saying, like, with their Mario Creator game, that if you have these figures, you can click it on and they can appear in the game. I don't know. Gimmick. Whole thing's a gimmick. Are you into that, Jedi? Do you buy the Amiibo figures? Do
I
you
don't
play
even know
any of
what they
those
look
things? The Skylanders or the
Infinity.
Disney Infinity?
No, I've seen those.
My kid plays those.
Yeah, my kid's got that stuff. And
I've never
I
seen
just
it ever.
I just tripped over the bag earlier today. It was like right next to her chair, and there wasn't a lot of space between the chair and the table I got set up in there. And of course, I didn't bother to look where I was walking. It's crash.
You don't set them all up as like a council of elders discussing the imminent
Fighting off like
alien
G.I. Joes.
invasion that's coming.
Crossbows and catapult style.
It'd be awesome.
You paint them.
If you saw what they look like,
Yeah.
they're not very awesome. You'd be making all these, they're like,
Warhammer figures.
Yeah, you totally paint them in Warhammer colors.
dude, if you see Warhammer colors, that's pretty much the fucking rainbow right there,
You know, armor and shit.
The
For
corn,
the Emperor
blood god red. Yeah, that'd be.
melting like.
No, because my kid knows karate. But she'd be like, "Let go of it, old man!" Crack. That'd be the end.
I don't know.
Jaw hanging up, open because I can't shut it anymore. Not that anybody would notice. They'd be like, "Oh, there's Brian's
She
mouth
started-
hanging open."
Has she started weapons training yet?
Yeah, she could use a fan just like in some of those movies.
Really?
Yeah,
I should carry that fan around.
I'm saying.
Brian with a bunch of ancient fucking kung fu weapons. Sounds dangerous.
Remember those?
What?
Number 10, the Xbox 360 20GB refurbished Blast from the Past system bundle includes 6 free games.
Is that with Brendan Fraser? Blast. Oh, never mind.
Stop it.
$80 for that. Not a game, unless Larry overrides it.
Not a game.
Not a game.
Number 9 is the Xbox 360 250GB refurbished Blast from the Past system bundle.
Guess
Oh,
what?
so
Still
they're
not a game.
3 games, $160. Everybody drink. All right, now listen. Look. This is the best. This is the top list. I just got to apologize, but this is the top list from GameStop, and I don't make the list. All right. Number 9 is the Samsung Galaxy Tab 3 Lite.
All right.
It's a fucking phone or an iPad or something.
I blame
whatever.
you. I think you put
Whatever
it on
it
there.
is clearly not a game.
Not a game.
I think Kevin put that on the list.
Did not. Yeah, best selling. It's best selling. It sells
Right.
more than the Xbox.
Wouldn't you?
Number 8, DualShock 4 wireless controller Magma Red. GameStop exclusive.
Guess what? That's not a
A
game.
game. I don't know. There are no games in the games that sell at GameStop anymore. People don't buy games anymore. They just buy junk. Because they just download their games online. They don't purchase games.
They buy action figures and controllers.
Apparently. Number 7, $20 Xbox gift card.
That's not a game.
Surprisingly,
Not a
also
game. Could be
$20.
Could be a game.
Number
I think
5
it wants
is
to be a
the
game.
Asus MemoPad HD, 16 gigabytes in black,
Clearly not a game.
refurbished. Totally not a game. Number 4, the $20 PlayStation Network card.
That's not a game either.
Nope. In fact, there's no games in this list. And I'm telling you, you could go to GameStop now and look yourself. This is not made up. This is what it is. Number 3 is the Samsung Galaxy Tab 4 7.0. Not a game. I think it's like some sort of half-price sale because it's $99. And all these things are half price. So I think that's why this is going on. Number 2 is the Asus T100 Transformer book, 64 gigabyte. Normally $400, now $200. Not a game.
It's a book.
Normally
Number one.
$100, now it's $200.
Yeah.
Normally $400, now it's $200.
A book.
What a bargain!
A
It's
book?
the Transformer book.
Like about the
Turns
Transformers,
to
the
a fucking
robots.
car. You're getting your money's worth.
Oh, it's a computer slash pad tablet. It's a tablet.
Oh, okay. I see that kind of book.
And
Gotcha.
I think they must pay for the rights to call it the T100
It's a
Transformer.
party.
I thought you meant like a paper
Like
book.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
it was like a cheat guide that was selling for $100 or something.
Right.
Number
He's
one is the
Terminator.
Samsung Galaxy Tab 4 10.1. Normally priced at $360, now $180.
Yeah.
Also, clearly not a game.
Not a game. So
Makes
there was no games on the games list this week.
Nice.
How is that possible with the new Batman game out that nobody bought one from GameSpot?
They probably haven't finished the last
Great
Batman
stuff.
game.
I don't know.
I haven't.
There were pre-orders and things on the list last week, but it's very unusual. All right, so let's catch up with everybody. Brian, how was your week this week?
Well, as you heard earlier, if you're listening to our pre-show, I was playing Goat Simulator on the iPad. That's a lot of fun.
Oh, goat. I thought you would say ghost.
Yeah, Ghost Simulator.
That explains the whole
happens.
eating, feeding.
Nobody can see you. So you're just
I had no idea what you were doing. And I was
floating through other people's fucking video games, and they can't see you at all. And then every so often, the Buggins from that movie Ghost, they're dragging your ass down. You're like, oh shit! You're trying to run away from them. No, get away! Get out of here! Fuck! You're trying to find the light, but there is no light because it's you.
Yeah, the ghost hunters come, and you just gotta like
Yeah, but they can't see you.
get all
They
unruly with
pretend
them.
they see you, but you're not actually there, and you're all screaming at them. You're like, that wasn't me, motherfucker. Your goddamn cameraman did that shit.
Get off of me.
Oh, my God. Anyway, it seems as though the great car debacle has finally finished. It didn't work last week, even though we replaced the ignition, and that was a struggle in itself. I got it to work briefly in the middle of the week. I got to turn over, and when grocery shopping came back, I'm like, all right, things are great. And then Thursday night, when I get up for work, which is around 12:30 in the morning, I put the key in ignition, turned it over, and I had power, but it wouldn't turn over.
Huh.
The fuck? So I had to borrow my girlfriend's car. I'm like, look, I can't call off again because, number one, that's 2 weeks. I won't have any money at all because I just came off vacation. So, of course, you get paid the week before you go on vacation, so you have all that fun money to spend in the week after you don't have shit. So, went to New York. The whole time up in New York, the whole time I came back, I was just pissed about this fucking car. I'm like, God damn it, this shit should be done. So I came home. I was in a bit of a mood. My girlfriend can attest to that because I was trying to talk, but I was just like, I just got, on top of the car not working, I had to deal with, most people just being dicks on the road. Although I'm actually giving a shout out to the people of Ithaca, New York for being very cool because I have to back in off one of their main drags to get into one of the store's alleyways, and there was an accident like way up ahead, and all 3 lanes were just filled with cars, and the guy who helps unload the truck came out there and asked me, well, could you mind waiting just a minute so that the truck can back in here because otherwise he's never going to get in here, and it's just going to fuck things up. And they were all universally very cool. They said, yeah, sure, we'll wait. Which I was like, wow, that's fucking, pretty nice of them all. So I actually got backed in, which I totally was almost running over parked cars and shit because I'm like, I'm only gonna get one shot at this before people come out of their cars and pull me out of the truck and hang me for fucking wasting their time. Anyway, so I came back home. I pulled out the new cylinder where the key goes and everything else. I pulled that out, and I had one of those things for your keyboard. It blows air because I don't have a small vacuum cleaner. I'm like, why do I need that? And I sprayed inside with their cylinders, and all these little metal pieces came flying out. Put the thing back in, turned it over, and started right up. My girl was like, so it works? I'm like, yeah, it would have helped because her brother put it in, and all credit to that guy for knowing what the fuck to do. But I'm like, don't you think he could have at least checked to see if there's anything in there? Because it was just, this sort of thing was getting, I guess, crossed over on one of the pieces of metal that was in there or whatever. I don't know enough about mechanics, as you can tell. But now it works, and I have time to relax and enjoy games like Goat Simulator, which is,
Right.
you could be a goat, or I was playing a giraffe, and then there's a penguin. My daughter's really big into it, so I just really just like enjoying watching her play because it's just fucking funny how she just tries to get into shit. And the music drives my girlfriend nuts, so it's another plus. And let me see. She got the add-on where you could be a whale. I'm like, it just cracks me up to look at my kid's face. She's like, yay, I'm a whale. I'm going to go on the fucking roller coasters. And I'm just like, holy God. So, and the whole thing about goat simulators, you're a goat, and you get points for, like, I don't know, you can headbutt people, and you can jump, and if you fall over, you can press a button, you get back up, and you also have a sticky tongue, a really long, sticky tongue that'll grab onto just about anybody or anything and drag them along with you, and they're all like, you know, basically like rag dolls, as you just, like, jump and drag them in front of, like, traffic and shit. It's a lot of fun to play. As a side note for the boys here, sorry, Jedi, you can't play because you live in hot-ass Arizona. But we were talking about Warhammer earlier. There's a miniatures game, and I think it's called Monster Apocalypse or something like that. And basically what you've got is you need a good-sized table, and you set up a small city, like a Tokyo or New York or whatever you want. In fact, I understand the model pieces that you can get. I guess it's all pre-painted shit. You can make it to whatever. I don't think they have a Cleveland. In fact, I'm fairly certain they wouldn't bother making a Cleveland. But anyway, I mean, it wouldn't be really hard to do. All you do is get some like old burned out match boxes and shit, and there you go.
Set the room on fire.
And then you get monsters like Godzilla, King Ghidorah, and then you guys commence battle in this giant city. And you can have tanks and helicopters, and I guess you could fight the other people with them, like turn them against each other and shit. And I looked at them like, we've got to do this on drunken fucking gaming night because that just looks like it'd be great. I have no idea how much it costs, and I have no idea how long it would take to, what's all involved. But I'm just like going, that just looks like it'd be a lot of fun to play. So, and that's it.
All right, cool. Done.
Huh.
How was your week this week? Did you work?
Yeah, I did. I worked. I got my car fixed. Took a big chunk. I had the money to pay for the car to get fixed, and now it runs. But now I didn't have money to pay a lot of bills, so I'm up behind, and I just have to work extra, this upcoming week, and everything will be fine. Other than that, it was the 4th of July, annual 4th of July party that I go to, with all the shit, so we did that yesterday.
Was it the Marigold Street or whatever it's called?
Magnolia,
Magnolia.
Magnolia Street people.
Where the drinkers hang out.
Yeah, where the partiers are. And it was a good time as always. Food, tons of Jello shots. They were walking the cart around like, here, just take these Jello shots.
Did you drink it? Did you actually have any, or were you?
Oh, I had like 10 of them.
I'm fine.
They were weak. I had like 10 of them.
Did you really?
Yeah, I
That's
did.
because they were full of pee.
Right,
Yeah,
most
so
of them.
You're like,
No, I
here's
didn't
some
give it.
Jell-O.
I said, here you go, kid. Don't tell your mom. Yeah, she went swimming. She hung out with the kids. There was fireworks, an ice cream truck, blah, 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 dodgeball. It was kind of fun.
Fireworks coming out of the ice cream truck?
Yes.
Awesome.
It was a special. It was like Twisted Metal. It was like the ice cream truck from Twisted Metal.
Great.
It was awesome watching the kids play dodgeball. Because, I mean, yeah, you're sitting there and you're like, man, I hope my kid doesn't get, hit in the face with a ball. But you're laughing when other kids do. Because it's just like, whack, and they just start crying, and you're just like, like that was sweet. Like, this kid didn't even see it coming. Like, the kid in front of him ducked, and like the ball just came right in, hit her right in the face, and it was like so sad because she was crying and just crying. But it was like, wow, you got smacked right in the face with a fucking dodgeball. That was awesome. So, yeah, it was a good time. That's my week, pretty much. Car's fixed. I'm broke. Need to go to work. And I'm still playing Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Alert.
Jesus, Red Alert.
Why not?
Phew. There you go.
You own PlayStation Red Alert?
Yeah.
That's
the terrible version.
I've got all the Red Alerts. I have all of them. I've only played it briefly.
Yeah, this is retaliation. Ugh. It's only good it's just to pass the time.
That wedding I went to last weekend, which, by the way, that explains the thunderstorm, if I didn't already mention that. The guy who got married, he was huge in the Red Alert. And I know Kevin let me borrow some, but then he gave me the rest. He's like, "Come on, dude, we'll play online." And I put on, and I never played once. I felt so bad. He asks about them every so often, kind of like how Skippy asks for his Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I'm like, yeah, I got it. And he's like, well, you gonna bring it over? And I'm like, no. Well, you want me to go to your house? Fuck that, dude. You want it? You come get it.
Right?
That's why you never let me borrow shit. Kind of like comics, you know.
Don't touch the comic books.
Donnie, what are you reading comics these days, man?
I don't read much. I just read my old stuff.
You don't read books. You watch TV. Is that it?
No, I just read. I just reread all my old stuff.
I'm catching up because I couldn't. Like my eyes started getting bad as I got older. So I got those online comics. You can actually pull them in closer. So I went back and I'm actually starting to read Hellblazer because I got really big into that Constantine TV series. I thought was really good, which those assholes canceled. And I kind of understand like why they decided to make it into a series. I'm like, fuck, this is really good. And I got this one Batman. Shit, what the hell is it called? What the fucking electronic shit. Anyway, I got this old Batman. It's like a graphic novel, and I, honestly, God, if I didn't have a magnifying glass, I couldn't fucking read the thing. So I'm like, yeah, getting kind of old. Yeah, it's happening. This is what it's like to get old. It's starting to fucking become bullshit. But fuck, what the hell is it? Where is it? Oh, I gotta play this goddamn game. Goddamn.
All right. Well, Jedi, how was your week?
Yeah, exactly.
What's new? What's going on?
Moving
It's fine. Unfortunately, I've gotten sick. The whole weekend I've been sick.
Oh, I thought you just meant like right now. Like, unfortunately, I'm going.
Listening to this show.
That's what I do. That's my job.
Disgusting. Filth. Yeah, that's. I mean, I've been. I got a new position at my job. Got moved into sales.
Sorry, it was.
That was fine. So I got moved into that position, and yeah, that's pretty.
Do you like it?
I do like it. It's just trial by fire. They throw you right in, and kind of hit the ground running. So I'm learning a lot. I've never done sales like this before, so it's
Is it
kind
commission?
of.
I take it.
It's commission. You get a base salary as well. So if it's not like freaking Glenn Ross. We got Alec Baldwin coming out. Coffees for closers. It's
That's
not
right.
like that.
Don't fucking touch it.
Always be closing, Jedi.
Always be closing.
Always be clothing. Yeah, it's not that brutal. But yeah, I like it. It's nice to get out of the office and go do stuff. They're gonna pay for a new car for me, so there's like a lot of little perks and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I'm sick, and my birthday's in like 3 days, so that's great.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, man. You'll see it all over Facebook. Video games I've been playing. I've been catching up. Yeah, I've been playing South Park: Stick of Truth because I
Is
bought
that
it for.
good, man?
Yeah, it's really good
I
actually.
heard it's good. I heard one person said that they really hate it, but I don't trust them. So.
Well, it's turn-based role-playing, right? But it's not like it's not annoying. It's not like the old days where you can't see your enemies, and so you'll just take 3 steps and fight an enemy, But it's really, really funny. Like it's one of the funniest games I've ever played. And so if you like the show at all, then you should play the game because you'll enjoy it. So I'm catching up on that. I bought the Arkham Knight or whatever, but I've hardly played that at all. Even though it's good, it's just like the other ones. What were you gonna say?
I thought that was like the best Batman game ever made or something.
Well, it is, right? But the other ones are good, and it's just like improving on the existing technology. So when you pick it up, if you played the other Batman games, you're like, oh yeah, I know exactly what I'm in for. It is good. I just really haven't had time to play it, to be quite honest, because I've been so stinking busy. But that's been it, really, man. I'm living in a new place since last time I was on the show, and moved to South Phoenix. Which is kind of considered the ghetto, but my little area is nice, so thankfully that's not too bad. Other than that, I'm not talking to Larry anymore because quit the show, the CSR, and dumped me in a nice long rejection text that he sent me over Facebook.
You got a rejection letter from Larry?
Yeah. That's when your life has bottomed out. When you're not
Yeah,
good
it's over, man.
He's
Holy
like,
fuck.
this relationship has run its course,
Yeah.
and I'm on
It's
my
not me,
own.
it's you.
Yeah, exactly. Other than that, dude, I don't know what else there is to say. Most of you guys are on my Facebook, so you see anything that's important pop up on there. But Yeah,
post
that's it.
meal.
That post meal, I've kind of slowed that down a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna do that.
You slowed it down.
Yeah, there's only so many dirty plates you can post, of chips and breadcrumbs.
You were starting to get a little rhythm going there. People were starting to pick up on it.
I was, and now I got to create a demand, right? If I go away for a little while and come back, people will be clamoring for it. So, thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
Yeah, whatever. Larry, how was your week?
We crushed our foes in bar trivia.
Apparently in soccer, too, because goddamn. Women's soccer.
Yeah, it's women's soccer. Doesn't really count.
Oh.
Let's see. So trivia. Thursday after work, went out drinking with a bunch of people from work. Knocked off work a little early so we could come back here and do a few shots, for pre-gaming before heading up to the 3 spot. And I decided, you know what? Cops are going to be looking for the drunk drivers, and I'm going to get my exercise for the month, so I'm just going to walk up to the bar. It was muggy as balls Thursday. It was just awful. But so went up there, did some drinking, and Friday went out to dinner, and it's been a pretty lazy week, really. Working and drinking, and then doing a little extra drinking. So that was my exciting week. But we won at trivia, damn it, and we beat the friggin' 5-time Jeopardy champ, so screw him.
We did. We took 2 of their players, though.
Well, there is that.
Which was kind of
didn't hurt.
We, Allison and Susie were on our team, and then
we poached them.
But basically, Mike and I didn't help at all because we were just involved in
the entire time.
Philosophical discussions the entire time.
Kevin and Mike are talking. We're like, okay, like me, Susie, and Allison will be like, okay, what do you guys think? And Kevin's like, huh? What's the question? What?
No idea.
And Mike's like, what are you guys talking about? Oh, did we start? It's like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I was just out of it. But, yeah, just work. And we had, Friday off from work. And so, what did I do? Nothing. Played The Witcher 3. That's all I do. Play a lot of The Witcher. The game's great, and it's gigantic. And I don't know, like
2%.
I don't know. I don't think there's even a percent.
The game's supposed to be hundreds of hours long.
It really is, man. It's frighteningly large. But it's great. Like amazing. It's like, I don't know. It does stuff that other games don't do in the sense that, like, if you just go out into the woods and explore, you find stuff, and it's like, it's not like stuff that you're supposed to get later. Like you're gonna walk into like a dragon's nest or something. Oh fuck, you're level 5. Although that can happen, but there's just all sorts of stuff you just run across.
It lets you pick up like every tuft of grass that you're walking on in that game and put it in your pocket.
Yeah,
you craft something later with it.
Yeah, the Oblivion or whatever, the Elder Scrolls games did that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It does have way too many potions, though. It's weird because you get like 50 potions, and they regenerate like whenever you fall asleep or meditate. So you can meditate like every minute if you want to, and so you never run out of these potions. But you have this toxicity, so you can only drink like a few of them, and then you just can't take anymore. So it's like you're just carrying around this load of potions that you're never going to use in the game. I don't know.
I mean, the favorite thing about that Witcher game is that they never changed the voice actor from the first game. So
right.
He's like the most disinterested guy. I'm Geralt. I can't even do it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's just nothing excites him at all. It's just
very dry and boring. Yeah.
The entire game throughout the whole thing.
And he has like the 2 hottest girlfriends ever too, which is ridiculous. Because you're like, that guy would not. Forget it. But anyway, amazing. And I'm probably going to be playing it for another 5 months or something until I move on to something else. Better than Zoo Tycoon. So let's do some news. Let's do our Steam Top 10. Number 10, Styx, Master of Shadows. Oh, you know what? I've been giving games away on
Was that the album after Grand Illusion?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
I've been giving games away on the Video Game News Facebook page. Like every day, like I give away like 10 games or whatever. And sometimes when it's a game that's like above like bargain basement, like I had American McGee's, not American McGee's, what is it, American Nightmare, whatever that fucking.
Wonderland.
No, that I can't remember, the guy with the flashlight and the monsters would come out and you would fight them, and he's like an author. And
Alan Wake.
Alan Wake, right?
Oh, that goddamn game.
I offered that one up, and what I try to do is come up with a question about VGN that like only listeners can answer, because, you know, I want the listeners to get it, not just some idiot kid off the internet. So I asked them like, what was Don Anderson's ex-wife's name? Took them 4 days to try to get that one.
I don't even freaking remember that.
That one was really hard, but somebody got it today. Probably somebody that knows Don. Probably works with him.
Don wanted the game, is what happened. And
Yeah, right.
It's because he never referred to her by name. There was always some other.
A couple of times. We've said it a few times on the show, but generally we don't. It's true.
Mm.
They knew Brian's. They knew Larry's ex or current or whatever she is. We never know.
Well, yeah, because you never hear enough of that.
And they knew Don's kid's name, but they just couldn't get it. So that was kind of funny to me. Most of this stuff you can Google, so it's hard to actually come up with questions, you know.
Right.
But yeah, if you want to win some free games, go to the VideoGameNews.com Facebook page. And because I got games, giving games away all this week. Games, lots of games you don't want, some games you do. Check out some good games coming this week. Yeah. Well, you get those weird old war games and things. People are just,
Weird Wars.
Just, yeah. Fall Weiss, shit like that. People are like, what is this? And then you get it and you're like, oh, it's one of those turn-based things that takes 10 years to get through. You move that tile with the X on it, one space over.
Like Panzer General, where you fucking have this gigantic tank battle and you lose.
No, I would say Panzer General is probably like arcade game compared to some of these games that are like, you click on your unit and then like a bunch of other like
Your
screens
unit.
come up. Oh, God,
Click on your unit.
But a whole bunch of menus and things come up talking about troop attrition rates, how much food they have to eat. I've come up with a thing too. Any game that requires me to feed something, myself or otherwise, I don't want to play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't want to play a game that has to do with anything where I have to be required to, like, because that's just real life then. It's just forget it.
I doubt even General Patton was in charge of feeding his troops. You know what I mean? Like, what's the job? What's your job supposed to be, anyways, in that game? Command your troops how to fight.
Generals. Yeah, but I mean, just any game in general, like, like an RPG or something, they're like, well, put in food. You might starve if you don't eat. That's not fun. That's just annoying, and I don't want to play it. Number 9, Fallout 4.
Now, is that going to be on Xbox, or on PS4?
It'll be on everything. Well, not the last generations, but the new ones.
No, I just wanted to know because I got the PS4, which I really don't want to have to get a fucking Xbox 360 because I know other people like myself who are complete diehard Xbox fans and have just made that leap. We climbed that fucking Berlin Wall. Berlin. If you're from Ohio, it's pronounced Berlin. Don't ask me why.
You have an Xbox. You have an Xbox One, though.
I don't have an. No, I do not have an Xbox One. You asked me this before. You always forget. It's understandable.
No, I sent it to you.
No, you gave me a PS4.
And an Xbox One.
No.
Wow.
So some lucky fucker out there.
Somebody,
Holy
Oh, they're
shit,
blind
this
there.
Barrett guy sent me an Xbox One.
somebody named Brain.
Yeah.
True. I'll have to look through that. That doesn't sound right. I thought you had both. I thought you had 2 of those.
No.
He has 2 360s, not 2 Xbox Ones.
So Wii U, I know that.
720.
I have a Wii U. I've got a PS4.
But see,
And I
maybe
got
you're
a couple
right.
dozen Xbox 360s.
Maybe
I've
you
also
got-
I've got all the PlayStations.
We got you the PlayStation because it was cheaper at the time than the Xbox. That's right. Yeah, I guess we never got you the Xbox.
fine.
Oh well. Doesn't
Look
matter.
at
You have
the
this
Xbox.
thing called a job, and you also get $300.
Oh, now it's all
extra
on
a
me.
month.
Oh, I see.
So
That's
now you can go. Now you can go buy it.
yeah.
I mean, no, but you're saying that you don't want to pull the trigger on getting an Xbox One. I mean, it's a big deal. You already have like 5 million game systems.
No, if I'm giving an Xbox One, I'm going to give it to my girlfriend, so she's got something a little more modern. But
Oh, like it matters. You guys live in the same, but what do you hog the PlayStation 4 to yourself? Don't
Yeah.
touch it.
Look at
it's
this.
in my room. Yeah,
Who put peanut butter on this disc?
exactly. Bullshit.
This is
No,
my
no,
side
like-
of the gaming room. That's your side.
See,
Stay
you
the
never
fuck
can't relate
out.
to any of that shit because he, like, you know, he has his own house. I'm sorry, he has his own mansion, which, like, have you ever played Resident Evil? You know, the mansion you go into? That's pretty much about the size of what Kevin's place is like. In the basement, Kevin doesn't have, like, a chair in front of his TV.
A bunch of
while
random
video games. He's
typewriters.
got a couch.
Yeah.
He's got a couch, which, like, has certain sections of the couch actually turn into lazy boy chairs, and that's what he sits on. You know, that's the control room in the basement. With the fucking giant stacks of pizza boxes all around him.
And it is kind of like the mansion because it's all like empty with like no furniture or
Crazy
anything.
dogs come out and attack you. Yeah.
Running around.
Yeah, bunch of robotic defense systems, quite possibly zombies, definitely zombified dogs.
And
No
you know,
artwork. It's just like you'll find like computer game magazines.
I remember the first time I went into Kevin's house and I went to go use his bathroom and I couldn't get in because I needed a key that had a sign of a shield on it.
Yeah.
And then I had to go into another room and then I had to put two herbs together. You know?
Oh my God, you guys!
You
are
go
killing
down
me.
in his basement, it's totally got like the whole fucking laser grid trap set up. That's why his electric bill's always like $15,000 a month from just going off anytime like a random gnat flies by, it trips the system.
Umbrellas everywhere.
Yeah.
Fucking completely
Typewriter.
crazy in that house. So. Yeah, my PS4 is actually in my room, which is that's where I go. You know.
You have your own room.
That's my room.
I have, actually, yeah, I don't sleep with my girlfriend. I can't because I snore, so I keep her up, and when she sleeps like she's skydiving in her sleep.
The rest of the house is hers. He has a room.
Yeah, actually, you know
He's
what?
like
That,
a boarder.
that completely suits me. I don't have to have anything beyond that. So
Not an
basically,
oversized
Larry, it's
closet.
pretty much about the size of where you live.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't even got a house.
It's not an oversized closet, is it?
I wish. With the Christmas lights. The glory days.
You get the house. I
Kevin
got
just
the
used to
closet.
show everybody's like, this is where my brother sleeps. You know, put it up.
This is my brother's closet apartment.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of that scene
People
in,
under the stairs.
in The Decline of Western Civilization where the band Black Flag was living in that old fucking like repo church or whatever, and they were like literally just living inside the cupboards and fucking they converted them into beds. And I'm like, yeah, I've reached full circle somehow. Which, by the way, I have it all on. I've got 1, 2, and 3 on DVD, and I still haven't seen the third one. I've like just take one look at it. I'm like, yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna care.
Okay. Let's try to do this. Number 9 is Fallout 4. Number 8 is Rust. Number 7 is Elite Dangerous. Number 6 is The Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited. Number 5 is Terraria.
Oh, yeah.
Number 4 is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Number 3 is Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Number 2 is Grand Theft Auto 5. And number 1 is Ark Survival Evolved. I don't know why that game is so popular, because it's only in pre-release. It's been like number 1 for a month now, and it's like dinosaurs or something. I don't know, but it's weird that it's
Dinosaurs are
doing-
big right now.
doing so well. I guess with the whole Jurassic Park thing, but
Yeah, they're real big right now.
not even a full game. It's just a pre-release. So. Weird. Jedi, what'd you think of E3?
It was good. I
Yeah,
mean, overall, it
anything
was
out of there you looking forward to?
freaking Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's all I care about.
Really? You would
Yeah,
think
dude.
Did you already play it though? I mean, so it's got better graphics and stuff. It's the same
Yeah.
game.
No, but they're gonna be like redoing a bunch of it, so it might not be exactly the same game. That's my favorite
Back to
game.
that turn-based
of all time.
combat. That whole combat system of
Yeah, but I never hated
let's
that like you
go,
did. Yeah, no.
Bad horn and shit. You ready for that?
Button and hope for the best.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, man. That's a game I was just freaking out about when I heard it was coming out. Because I never thought that was going to happen. And they've been talking about that for like 10 years, and then they just busted out of nowhere. And I was like, oh, yeah. I don't really care about the Shenmue 3, though, even though people are flipping out about that. People think that's going to be something big. I don't know, man.
It'll at least tie up the Shenmue thing. I think that's what a lot of the original fans for that want. I mean, it's not going to be good 'Cause
I never understood the Shenmue thing, honestly, except that it had good graphics at the time. Because when it first came on, I think it was on Dreamcast, right? Like it was like, oh man, those graphics are amazing. But I never understood why people liked it so much.
Dreamcast was awesome.
I think mainly because like it was open world before there was really any open world games, and it had the
Oh, I guess that's right.
the virtual fighter combat system in it,
Right.
and it was multiplayer combat, which didn't really exist at the time either. You know, PlayStation was doing like Shenmue or not Shenmue, to Shinden, and later things like that. But this had like 5 guys on one, and that kind of thing, which was kind of revolutionary at the time. But most of the time, you were running around a town asking people if they know any sailors, so it wasn't very good.
I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff in there, but if we start talking about these guys, will get mad. So.
Speaking of Shenmue 3 will see a physical copy release on a console, the game's developer told Kickstarter backers this weekend. Listen, I backed it to get the copy of the game, and they send out, that Yu Suzuki, I'm sure it's him, sends out a fucking message like twice a day about Shenmue. I just delete it out of my email every time. Like, I don't care. Make the game. Stop telling me about whatever you're telling me about, because I don't, just make the game. The game's not going to be done for like 2 years now or something, It's
Just taking
anyway.
Game making time by sending you that email.
Yeah, I mean, stop. Just make it.
I don't
Contributing
want to be informed of
$60.
what you're doing with my money. Damn it! Just take it.
Just
Leave
do it.
me alone.
Contributing
Make your dreams come
$60
true.
to the game's development now delivers 4 options for delivery: digital copies for Windows, PlayStation 4, a physical copy for Windows, and now a disc for PlayStation 4. See, why would you do that? Why would you pay $60 for the Kickstarter game before it comes out? Because it might not come out for some reason, like Yu Suzuki gets killed by a fucking sinking ship, or the game might suck. And here's the thing: since Sony's publishing it, you'll still get to buy it for $60 when it comes out. So why give them your money now?
Suckers.
I got the collector's thingamajig
You're
for the
helping
digital copy,
support
so
it.
it's different. But anyway,
Yeah, you're financing it so that it gets made.
but that's the thing. It's already getting made.
It wouldn't have gotten made without your financing.
It's got 4.3 million.
Christ.
And the original Shenmue, which launched in 1999 on the Dreamcast, had a production budget of $47 million. Everybody on that team should have been fired, though, because it was not worth $47 million. I don't know what they were doing, but like racing cars around or something. $47 million.
That's a lot of money, dude, for a game. And now they're making the sequel for what, $4 million? You said? I don't understand.
So far they've got $4.3 million. But they also have unknown publishing deals and with Sony.
They're hooked up with Sony. Yeah, Sony
Yeah.
would have come out and announced them on the stage. And they'd be like, nobody funded it. And they're like, well, yeah, forget it.
Yeah. So there you go. Let's go on.
There it is.
Shenmue. Donnie, do you know who Vixen, DC Comics' Vixen is?
DC Comics is Vixen?
Yeah, because she's getting her own animated series, and we finally know who will be
Is that a
providing
band?
the voice.
Nope.
Vixen, yeah, the 80s band.
Right.
Living on the edge of a broken heart.
Living on the edge of a broken heart.
Jesus
The
Christ, it's
Mary
got a dust fly in my
Sue-
ears.
Reports the animated series will take place in the same universe as television's Arrow and The Flash. And Vixen will be accompanied by cameos of the key characters from the live-action series.
That sounds
And then
fun.
it names a bunch of people. I'm not going to read their names.
So wait, they're making a cartoon?
Yep.
And it's going to be in the same thing as the real people,
And they're going to cameo on it in the cartoon.
like a Scooby-Doo show.
I don't think she's going to appear on their shows, though. That would be weird.
Because then they'd have to cast somebody. I don't know why they would. Okay.
Or she would appear as a cartoon. That would,
Maybe.
Roger Rabbit style.
Yeah.
Vixen, whose actual name was Marie McCabe,
Oh,
is
her.
a superhero whose powers are granted to her by the Tantu Totem she
Wow.
inherited from her parents.
Oh, boy.
Using the totem, Vixen is able to adopt the abilities of any animal. That, again, the animal-changing thing, be it flight, super strength, speed, and others.
I think I figured out why you never heard of her, Donnie.
It explains why they're doing a cartoon of it.
The first issue of her series was canceled and never released.
Ever. This is Vixen.
So yeah, what better person to give her own series than someone who never actually had her own comic?
Right.
And now for some Nintendo spin. Iwata says visitors to Nintendo's booth were smiling and playing, quote, unlike the other booths in general.
Oh,
Where everyone was sad.
Yes. Nintendo's E3 showing this year came under criticism from fans and pundits alike. You can add investors to that list as well, as executives were grilled about the topic at the company's 75th annual general meeting of shareholders last week. According to Nintendo's English translation of the event, one shareholder questioned Nintendo's decision to announce only a handful of new titles, considering gamers base their console purchasing decisions in part on the future lineup. Having attended the show in person, Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto said the company made a deliberate strategy of focusing on products launching soon in the U.S. Quote, Miyamoto, I don't want to make fun of his voice, so I'll just say it. Since we mainly included the software that would be released before the end of this year, the entire software lineup appeared to be small, Miyamoto said. And because we did not, that's because it probably is, and because we did not include a number of third-party titles, we must have ended up giving people the impression that not so many titles will be released on our platforms in the future, which is true, if you ask me. As for future titles, since we only introduced the software to be sold early next year, we acknowledge the criticism from our fans that we failed to excite them with new proposals. On the other hand, when we looked at our booth at E3 this year, I had a solid feeling that our trade customers appreciated the very fact that we were able to play the software which soon would be released into the market, and that many of them were Nintendo-like software titles. Whew. So in other words, because people were playing the games at your booth, that is good news. I think Nintendo's in real jeopardy, man. I really do. I think they're going to fucking sink. They're run by a bunch of people that have no idea what they're doing anymore.
Quote, what? Like the thing with Japan developers in general. Like what's going on over with Konami? Like canceling Silent Hills, kicking out Kojima. They just don't get it. I don't know what's going on.
They don't get it. They're fucked up. I don't know. It's weird.
I was hoping you could tell me, Kevin.
No, he doesn't know.
he knows now.
Miyamoto is just obviously fired. And he's under contract.
You mean
so
Kojima?
Yeah, Kojima. Sorry, and he's under contract. He can't leave. Right. So he's just they just disassembled everything, and I don't know. I've heard that the reason why was because he would not give up and it was just a rumor, but he would not give up the source code to the Metal Gear engine, so the rest of Konami could use it.
He wouldn't give it up, like he's got it locked in a vault somewhere or something?
Yeah, I mean, essentially, like he just ordered his team not to to give it to them or something, so they could use it. So only his team has access to it. So they were like, well, you can't do that or whatever. So, hey, I don't know. You know what? What really could the guy have done? I mean, he must want out. It has to be hit because, I mean, really, he could sleep with the president's wife or something, and they'd be like, well, that's funny. Keep making Metal Gear. You know what I mean? Like he's probably just like, I don't want to make Metal Gear anymore. Let me out. Yeah.
Well, you see, like all these Japanese developers, like the guy who made Castlevania, Symphony of the Night's doing his own thing. The dude who made freaking Mega Man is doing his own thing, and now Kojima is going to be leaving, and it's just like, I don't know, man. Those guys don't know what's going on. I don't think they care about consoles. That's the thing. They're all like focused on the handheld, mobile market. Anyway,
but not even really well. I mean, like 3DS is like not great, and they come out with that. What is it? The 2DS, which is horrible. It's like a flat piece of plastic with two screens on it. I don't know, man. They don't make any fucking sense. The company's they're crazy. I just think, I think they're so rich. They're all rich, and they're all just crazy. And I don't know. I don't know. Japan, but Japan doesn't buy anything else. They only buy Nintendo and Sony. They won't buy Microsoft. They won't buy anything else. Mobile games, I guess. But so there's talk now that some Nintendo games are going to go out on Android, but those are going to suck. No one's going to buy them. They're going to obviously charge way too much for them. And people are going to be like, I'm not paying $20 for, if it's $1 game, but that Nintendo quality. You know what I mean? Like, you're just, no one's going to buy it.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, we talked about this with Jeff on Raid Select, and everybody's pretty clueless about what's really going on with Japan these days. I mean, there's been talk, though, that, Japan in general has failed. Like, they have not grown with the industry. Like, they still make the same games largely. Not every company and not every game. But most of the game companies there make the same games they made on the PlayStation.
That's true.
They're still making, the same RPGs, the same fighting games, the same racing games. They have not evolved, other than, I don't know. I mean, your Gran Turismo is obviously still huge. Your Metal Gear is a big deal. Your Konami games, but all those other companies, Atlas and things like that, or if they're still around, I don't know. But it's all just, I don't know.
It's all nonsense.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can't play any of those games. All right. Did you see that video of the Sony PlayStation? The Sony Nintendo PlayStation?
I did. I was going to ask you about that.
Pretty goddamn rare. It's worth a lot of money. I don't collect prototypes, so it wouldn't go in my collection. Well, I mean, I wouldn't kick it out of bed. I mean, I would take it, but somebody's going to pay like over $1 million for that thing if they can prove that it's legitimate. And it sounds like it is legitimate. It's just the original. Originally, Sony was making the PlayStation for Nintendo, and all the prototypes were to be destroyed. But this guy's dad had one in his attic.
Wow.
Because his dad was the president of Sony at the time, that Olaf Olafsson.
Right.
And he had a spin-off company, and then that company went belly up, and the creditors ordered him to get rid of everything, so he took it all and shoved it in his attic. And apparently he has a whole bunch of stuff up there, but that's Holy Grail system that there was only 200 ever made, and supposedly all of them have been destroyed except this one. And it sounds pretty legit. It sounds totally legitimate, except for the fact that he hasn't actually turned it on yet.
Would you want to, though?
Well, it's got a cartridge and a disc, and he doesn't know what's on either.
Well, I guess you'd want to know what's on, though. Some secret message about a treasure.
If you're going to sell it,
Son, if you found this, that means I'm dead.
Anderson, get your speakers on again. Turn them down or something. You can tell. So my voice is echoing. Yeah, because you're going to, he says his dad needs money, and I mean, that system is one of the rarest systems ever. Probably I don't know, I can't think of a more holy grail system that you could get. I mean, there's prototypes out there of things, but this was like, this was going to be the Nintendo / PlayStation. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can think of that's mightier than that. And there's only one. Like Odyssey 3s and stuff, there's a few of them out there, but this is there's one of these.
As far as we know, there's this is one of a kind.
Yeah, and it has an excellent, like if you watch Pawn Stars and they have that whole history of something, it has an excellent history of how it got into this dude's hands. So if it turns out to be legit, it could still be like the kid made it with his 3D printer and created some bullshit mock-up. It's always possible. Right. And finally, let's see, we got the Splatoon is the highest-selling Wii U game on the eShop of all time in Japan. Anybody playing the Splatoon with the kids?
No.
No.
I have to say no.
I don't have any Nintendo products.
Really?
I have
you don't
zero.
Have a DS?
No. I had one when I was living in Chicago, and I lost it on my flight back, so I've never had anything since then.
Some kid found that. Was very happy that you left that there for him on the plane.
Yeah.
Little bastard. Games coming out this week. Monday, nothing. Tuesday, we got Rocket League, multi-platform. Wednesday, multi-platform, we have Magic Duels Origins. Thursday, for 3DS, we have Gyakuten Saiban. This is all one word. This is all one thing. Naruhodo Ryu no Suki no Fuken.
I can't think of
Kevin just said,
Game,
we just
man.
declare war on Japan.
Right?
I'm gonna take a copy of it, and and I'm gonna put it into Twitch, and you guys can see that I'm not crazy with my pronouncing. I can't. Here's the game. There's a link. Well, no, here I'll just take the words. It's completely like the game box is actually completely in Japanese. Like, it's a new Ace Attorney spinoff. Oh.
Why did they just say that?
Well, this is also the list of the names of the games. So, it's not my fault. There. Put it in the Twitch. People can look at it and sit there and go, okay, maybe he's not kidding. It's really hard to say.
I don't see it.
That's a lot of vowels.
It's in the Twitch. And then
Drinking again.
That's why.
It's just a lot of vowels.
for the Vita, we got Prince of Stride and Taiko no Tatsujin
Oh, fuck.
V version.
Here we go, yeah.
Yep.
Drink.
And then Friday, we have F1 2015
F1, 21.
for multiplayer.
If you would have screwed that up, I would have laughed better. More.
F1, we have F1 2015 coming out. And then for email, we got 2 emails this week. Of course, the computer decides to log me out of my email as soon as I try to look at one. It hates me.
You think
No
you're
email
boom.
from you.
And then I have to send a text message to my phone.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I use that authentication because I'm tired of getting those messages. We've accidentally gave all your shit to the hacker that broke into our unsecure
We
system.
found all your porn. We now post on Facebook. What?
So, yeah. So everything now is like double authenticated. Somebody just got their hands on something. I don't know. All right, let's see. Got 3, actually. Somebody wrote in while we were talking. Noble writes into screaming and appliance noises at videogamenews.com. And says, hey, people, Noble here. I've been on vacation for 3 weeks and generally focusing on The Witcher 3 and Elder Scrolls Online whenever I boot my PS4. Kevin's clearly playing The Witcher and doing pretty well, so I'd like to know who else is kicking ass in this game.
Oh, a lot of good things about it, which is weird.
I actually have it on my PC, but it doesn't run super well, and so I kind of gave up after the first week. Started playing something else.
All right.
All right.
Fuck that then. Huh?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's all right.
I don't know. You gotta like those kind of games. That's all.
I mean, I do. I played the first 2. I beat the second one. I did like it. It's just one of those. Honestly, man, it's one of those games that's daunting, and maybe it's just because I'm so.
Right. I totally.
getting-
We had a
I'm-
whole conversation about this on Video Game News website. Some games are so big that they turn you off to playing them.
Right.
I can't think about a game that's like 100 hours long for just the regular main campaign. Like I don't have that many hours in my life left to dedicate
Listen to
to
this
a
guy.
single video game.
I don't have that many hours left in my life.
He's dying.
Shut up.
No, it's true, man. I'm busy.
Busy man.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Medication helps. Steers you towards video games because it's it lulls you into a sense of.
I need some anti-anxiety pills.
Fantasy.
Move to Colorado.
It also says, by the way, the 313 number that came in halfway through your show was me, Anderson. Your angry rant near the end was great. Happy 4th, Noble. Got me
All right.
tumbling with tumbleweed.
I don't remember my rant, but all right.
Isn't your whole show just a rant, really, when it comes
Pretty much. I don't. I think I was talking about work this past week.
as always, or wrestling, or UFC?
Yeah, there's always something I'm talking about. Usually comic books. A lot of movies. Comic book movies. I'm always rehashing the same shit.
I do agree that for the longest time I thought his name was Magneto as well, because magnet. It's not
Right.
magnet.
Right.
Magneto and
You don't.
Magneto.
You don't pin stuff to the refrigerator with a magnet.
Right.
The magnet.
It's, you know,
Magneto.
the cartoons and stuff are like Magneto. We're like, what?
It's Magneto. I am here to kill you all. Neato.
Cartoon would have been a lot better if he would have actually said that.
Right.
Antonio, Tony wrote into It Ain't My Blood at videogamenews.com. It says, hello, Don and crew. Simple question this week.
Hello. Sorry, go ahead.
Will any of the past VGN members return? Say Don or Corbett. Yeah, he means Corbett. Also, whatever happened to Javier, Red, or Big Dog? Big Dog was on the show not that long ago. Like a couple months ago. So
Is that Jason?
Yeah.
And Red
Red's just basing it up everywhere he goes.
Red is on my Steam, and occasionally talks to me on there. Usually asking me if I'm playing such and such a game,
Hey,
and I
Red.
completely ignore him.
Right.
So I'm not playing it, so I don't know what to tell him. Because if I tell him no, then he'll tell me I should probably. You know.
Right.
I don't want to have that long, drawn-out conversation about why I should play a game that he wants me to play, so I just don't answer.
Right.
Corber, I don't think so. He doesn't even come out. He's got
a weird schedule.
He's got a thing going on right now where he seems like he's trying to get his life together, I guess.
Dude.
So
He's on the PlayStation Network all the time.
well, yeah, but I mean, like, he doesn't go out, like.
Right. He's on PlayStation Network all the time. He's playing DC Universe online. Ugh.
Just lives with his girlfriend and all that, and has that going on. So I don't think so. C says that one day he's going to come on here. I hear it all the time. Whenever I send the invite out to the guys,
Yeah.
To the men.
every week he gets an invite for like the last half a year. He has not joined the show. He just has to click on it to join the show. He hasn't done it. But the dude, to be fair, has like a kid that's still under 2 at the house and a wife. So, and a young daughter that's starting to drive. So I can only imagine that he's on his last wit.
Oh, yeah. Let's give him a pass.
Just saying. Because he's
I had a wife and a kid, too. What did you guys say? Yo, well, fuck it. All right, fucking Anderson's gone. You didn't care about me.
Yeah, but he likes his...
He used to hang up on the show all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
It isn't
fair.
I want something.
Right?
I want my share. Can't you see?
At least get it together, the
You
both of you.
wasn't
Come
living,
on.
But you just
Oh, for fuck's sake.
give.
One of these days we'll get him on. We got Jedi on this week. We
I've
should.
heard that song in ages.
Yeah, Jedi's on.
Nobody asked about
Javier, I could reach out to Javier, but he's weird. He's a weird guy too. Plus, he's like married or something now, and he goes all over the place. He like creates a Facebook when I want to talk to him, and then
deletes it.
gets rid of the Facebook shortly after that. So I have to like find his email to reach out to him. He's a cool guy, but I just think he's super busy.
You ever hear from Karate Dog? Does he ever reach out to you?
No, I mean I could also reach out to him, but no, he's got kids now or something. So he's another one. Once you have kids, it's
over.
Well, at least for the first like 5 years, you're just too much. It's too much, and then once the kid starts talking and understanding words or something, then I guess apparently I've never had it, but it's like those people surface again.
When you could tell them, hey, sit there and be quiet, and you're like, listen.
It also depends on how many they have like simultaneously too, because like if they just have one, they recover. If they start to have like that, like 3, you'll never see your friend again. Again, it's like
again.
Yeah, you just see them on Facebook showing pictures of their kids and shit, or they become insane like Gary Gray.
Yeah, right.
It's just pictures of him on Facebook all this week.
Shell of his former self.
Being ridiculous, yeah. Finally, those are also all my own opinions. Everybody, all these other fathers on here have their,
right.
Their challenges.
It's awful.
Your kids are grown at this point. You're kind of a free man, other than money-wise.
But they hate him.
Even if you have the kids, you can be like, I'm going out, just watch yourselves. Larry's leaving.
If you
Bothers
wake
me.
up in the middle of the night and I'm not here, don't be scared.
Yeah.
I'll be
You hear
home.
some weird noises like something crawling on the ceiling.
Bleach is under the sink. Go ahead, drink it.
Well, no, at this point, it really is just about the check because they don't even want to come see me anymore. So all my weekends are free, which is nice.
Cue the sad man song.
No, I'm not saying at all. I'm counting down the days until those checks start falling off.
All right.
And then finally, Leon writes in to me at videogamenews.com. It says, Kevin, I'm trying to consolidate all of the old shows to make my own archive.
Here
And
we
I am missing just 2 Midwest Wasteland episodes. Role-Playing History and Final Future episode. Where can I get these? I don't know.
Got me.
Dude, it's such an age-old. This is becoming like folklore. Like
Listen to this guy.
episodes of the show. It's like, well, I heard there's a torrent over here, and I heard so and so's got this, and I've heard so and
There's
so's
a hidden
got
picture if you look at the top of Larry's head long
that.
enough.
Right? Nicolas Cage is going to come out.
People have
Let me all
contributed
secrets.
to the Patreon, and we're going to give them USB sticks with the shows on there. It's just been difficult to orchestrate that. So it will eventually happen. It's really the only way I can put it all together. There's people out there that have what you're looking for, but trying to put you in contact with them, it's impossible. The only thing I could say is, you can go on to the Video Game News page on Facebook and post something on there or something if you want. Maybe somebody will help you out, but probably not. Probably. Because nobody really wants to dig all the way through all their their
All the
shows on their
bullshit.
drive and
No.
and send them to you somehow.
Role-playing the Final Future.
It's, I'm amazed those 2 are not on the main Midwest Wasteland feed. I don't know if you checked that. That's still up. It doesn't have the earlier shows like Crazy Ex-Girlfriends.
I was going
But-
to bring that one up.
The later shows are all on there, and that is, I believe, if you go to vgn.libsyn.com/Midwest, I don't know, but if you go to vgn.libsyn.com, you can, on the left-hand side, there's some categories. You can click on Midwest and find most of the Midwest shows there. And but like I said, there's a pretty good handful missing from that selection. But the 2 you're looking for, I think, are later, and they should be there.
These aren't the 2 you're looking for.
No guarantee.
Hmm.
Those are funny. Those are funny shows. Those are good. Those are good times. All right. Well, that's it for the show. We're a little running late, so we're gonna wrap it up. You guys got any shout-outs or anything?
Already
Nope.
did.
No.
Got nothing.
Tumbling with Tumbleweed, Tuesday nights at 11. Still rolling strong.
Cracks me
Doing
up.
sports right? Oh no.
Never mind.
Never.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being on again, John.
Yeah, it's fun.
Try not to melt. See ya.
See you. Man.
Peace.